This is Cooper Anderson from Woodland Gamers, and I have been asked to do a reading tonight for my reading Rugrats. Tonight we are going to be reading the Weird But True series from National Geographic Kids. I personally loved these as a kid. I got these at pretty much every book fair because they got a lot of strange and occasionally eerie facts in them. So I guess let's just jump right into it. Did you know that there is a sea slug known as the sea bunny? Looks like this. Your taste buds go numb when you fly. I guess that's why everybody talks about bad airline food. Researchers have found a new species of spider that plays peekaboo to attract mates. Let's see what else we got in here. An Australian restaurant chain put a chicken in charge of its Twitter account. I would have expected this from Florida. Let's see what else we got in here. Scientists found sharks living in an underwater volcano. Man, talk about a heated pool. Let's see what else we got in here out of the 300 facts in this. Americans will eat more than 6,000 pieces of pizza in a lifetime. I thought this was supposed to be outrageous. I mean, like, that's just expected, right? The 50-star American flag was designed by a high school student. His teacher gave him a B-. Disneyland in California, USA is bigger than the world's smallest country. A ham once sold for $2 million. It's kind of like those Supreme Oreos you see nowadays. Dinosaurs may have danced to attract mates. Look at that. They're doing like a dinosaur disco right here. Some turtles glow in the dark. A picture of a turtle right there. Giraffes hum at night. This picture of one humming. Hershey's Kisses are said to be named after the sound that they once made during manufacturing. So you know this thing right here, the sort of groove between your lips and the bottom of your nose, it is called a philtrum, as you can see right there. I apologize if I'm butchering these pronunciations. Australian scientists made swimsuits for sea turtles. Look at that, he's wearing a little swimsuit. A truck carrying onions once caught fire near Frying Pan Road in Texas, United States. The driver got away safely, by the way. He's all right. Depending on when that happened, you know. A whale fossil was found on top of a mountain. Some people are paid to sniff out the source of disgusting smells. I guess that kind of makes bloodhounds a little obsolete, huh? During a drought, the city of Los Angeles dropped 96 million plastic shade balls into a reservoir to keep the water from evaporating. That's what it looks like. So the sun wouldn't, evaporate the water too easily. So there was, I don't know how many of you youngins know this, there was a old baseball player named Babe Ruth a long time ago. One of his baseball bats sold at an auction for $1,265,000. It's a pretty expensive bat. A rock group once banned brown M&Ms from the backstage of their concerts. But all M&Ms taste the same. An artist used 17,625 gumballs to recreate Taylor Swift's face. Also, a farm in Maryland, USA, created a corn maze in the shape of Taylor Swift's face. Reminds me of the designs they do up at the Great Vermont Corn Maze up in North Danville. Let's see what else we got here. It can take 21 days to make a single jelly bean. And it takes 21 seconds for the Easter Bunny to poop them out. A study found that children who grow up around dogs have a lower risk of asthma than kids who aren't exposed to dogs. Tell you what, I'm not at risk at all. Spider-Man would need sticky pads covering 40% of his body to be able to scale a wall, one study says. A kid had a Lego piece stuck up his nose for 3 years. Remember, kids, they're fun to play with, but keep them out of you. The narrowest street in the world is 1 foot wide. There's a lady walking on that street. And I have trouble driving down that. Residents of Barnaul, Serbia campaigned to elect a cat as their mayor. I got plans for you. Cuttlefish hold their breath when they're threatened by predators. I think everybody does that when they're at the movie theater, they're watching a scary movie, something scary is about to happen, we all just go, Some of the first vacuum cleaners were so large that they had to be delivered by horse-drawn carriage. That's one of the carriages delivering a vacuum cleaner. I think I'd just stick dust fans at that point. The Statue of Liberty's nose is almost 5 feet long. Well, I guess on to the next one. I guess we're going backwards because we just did 8, now we're at 7, again by National Geographic Kids. Golden orb-weaving spiders that live in cities grow bigger than the rural area ones. It's probably all the bugs. That's what they look like, by the way. They're the ones that you find in like hedges and stuff. Quite pretty. You know that honeybees have 2 stomachs? A house in England was built out of 20,000 used toothbrushes, 2 tons of old jeans, and 4,000 DVD cases, and other waste items. It's like that one episode of SpongeBob where they replace Squidward's house out of like a trash replica. You know, some frogs have green bones. The heaviest cauliflower on record weighed more than a bulldog. It's a guy with it. Big vegetable. Food travels through your esophagus at a speed of about 1 inch per second. A poodoo, a small kind of deer, runs in a zigzag pattern to escape predators. That's a poodoo. The average wait time at a fast food burger restaurant drive-thru is 203 seconds. Cockroaches that lived 250 million years ago were as big as house cats. Imagine a bug that big crawling around. Thing's massive. Hummingbirds flap their wings up to 80 times a second. During the Ice Age, supersized lions roamed what is now known as the United Kingdom. Giant cuttlefish have bagel-shaped brains. Imagine your brain being shaped like that. Toothpaste was once sold in jars. It would take a spaceship about 450 million years to reach the edge of our galaxy. A hiker in Colorado, USA, scared off a mountain lion that was stalking her by singing opera. Probably more of an AC/DC fan. Lifting weights may improve your memory. Hello Kitty's full name is Kitty White. Heard it here first, folks. Studies found that the longer you sleep, the stranger your dreams become. That explains a lot, actually. Some squat lobsters, a kind of crustacean that is covered in hair-like bristles. That's a squat lobster. I thought it was a spider at first, I'm not gonna lie. It's like a hairy lobster. Somebody give him a razor. Zucchinis are about 95% water. That one doesn't really surprise me. You are 30 times more likely to laugh at something when you're around friends than when you're alone. Hagfish digest food through their skin. Australia's Great Barrier Reef is roughly the size of Italy. That's the Great Barrier Reef. Not all of it, obviously, but, you know, it's a big reef. It is impossible for a bat to stand upright. Oh, I read about this and another thing. As a training tool, the U.S. military created a plan to combat zombies. Some 20 billion planets in our galaxy could support alien life. Algae sometimes grows on sloth fur. I knew about that. You kind of look at them, they kind of got mossy fur. In the 1950s, dyed goat hair was used for miniature golf putting greens. Goat hair. Buttered bread topped with sprinkles is a popular breakfast in the Netherlands. I kind of want to try that now. We got sprinkles? Maybe? Scientists created a fork that measures how long you pause between bites to show how fast you're eating. Oh, this is a nasty one. Scientists determined that the comet known as 67P, I remember that being all over the news when I was in like 4th or 5th grade, smells like a mix of rotten eggs, cat urine, and bitter almonds. That's nasty, bro. You know that camels are born without humps? Oh yeah, by the way, that's the asteroid or comet if you wanted to see it. I always thought it was kind of shaped like a rubber ducky. You know that hermit crabs communicate by chirping. I wonder if that's true. I think it probably is, but I got some upstairs. I've never heard them chirp. Some snakes can see the heat given off by mammals' bodies. I knew that. They got that like thermal vision. Boxer dogs sometimes fight by standing on their hind legs and batting each other with their paws. Must be how they got their names. It's a pretty funny illustration as well. The International Space Station, also known as the ISS, weighs more than 300 cars. As a hen gets older, she produces bigger eggs. The coffee with cream stays hotter longer than the plain black coffee. A New York City artist invented a waffle iron that makes waffles shaped like a computer keyboard. That would be cool. One kind of mite can sprint 20 times faster than a cheetah, as measured in body lengths traveled each second. That's a fast little booger. Wait a minute. That is weird. You can buy smart shoes that give directions by buzzing on your left or right foot to signal which way to turn. Crocodiles sometimes climb trees. I mean, imagine that, you're like running away from a crocodile, you just climb up a tree, and he starts following you. Bad news, Captain Hook. It would take about 10 stacked Empire State Buildings to stretch from the Gulf of Mexico to the deepest point its surface. Oh, sorry. Let me retry that. It would take about 10 stacked Empire State Buildings to stretch from the Gulf of Mexico's deepest point to its surface. One type of owl in Australia barks like a dog. That's the owl, that's what it looks like. That'd be weird, you just hear a dog barking, you turn the corner, it's just an owl sitting there. Mountain lions have extra large taste buds on their tongues that help scrape meat from bones. That's a mountain lion, by the way. Also known as cougars or pumas. Or catamounts. The creator of Wonder Woman also created an early version of the lie detector. Let's see what Eiffel Tower grows about 6 inches taller in the summer when the heat makes its iron expand. Oh, you can also see that with bridges that have like interlocking things if you go to them in the winter and in the summer. The diving bell spider is the only spider that lives its entire life underwater. Well, entirely underwater. Its life, you know. That's what it looks like. You can cycle down a glow-in-the-dark bike path in the Netherlands. That's the path. You can see somebody's on it with their bike. Canadians eat more donuts than any other country's citizens. Just another good reason to move to Canada. One acre of soil can have more than 1 million worms living in it. You can buy a guitar pick made from a meteorite. Pado? Not sure how you're supposed to say it. I'll just say Pado, or Pado. Say Pado. Is the national sport of Argentina. It's a mix between polo and basketball. There's some dudes playing it right there. Pretty interesting. The @ symbol is almost 5 centuries old. The average person can recognize about 1 trillion smells. Elizabeth II, Queen of England, served as a mechanic, served as a mechanic in World War II. The desert-dwelling fennec fox has hairy foot pads that will protect its feet from the hot sand. If you don't remember Zootopia, Nick had a friend named Fennec. It was the short, aggressive fox with the van. He was always blasting rap music. That's what he's supposed to be, is a fennec fox. American astronauts can vote in elections from space. It's pretty great. The noises Tasmanian devils make when eating can be heard a mile away. Lily, are you a Tasmanian devil? I think she might be. Are you a Tasmanian devil? She said yes. You can see tractor square dances where farmers maneuver tractors to mimic square dancing routines in the Midwestern United States. Seems like something Taylor would go to. A hamster's cheek pouches can extend all the way to its hips. Also, that's the tractor square dancing thing. People who are frequently hugged experience less severe cold symptoms, a study found. Someone who plays marbles is called a mibster. I love it. Some bow-headed whales live more than 200 years. It's an old whale. One rock in Joshua Tree National Park in California, USA, resembles a giant human skull. An opera house on the US-Canadian border. The stage is in Canada, while most seats are in the United States. That's pretty cool. Apples can ripen 10 times faster at room temperature than in a refrigerator. The distance from the bottom of your chin to the top of your head is roughly equal to the length of your foot. That is strange. That is very strange. A male red deer's antlers can grow to be a weight of 60 pounds in 3 months. 60 pounds. That's how heavy their antlers can be. Thing's heavy. Six of the seven dwarves in 1937's animated movie Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs have eyebrows modeled after Walt Disney's. Must have had some fluffy eyebrows, bro. A penny issued by the U.S. Mint in 1793 sold at an auction for $2.3 million. An Atlantic puffin can hold as many as a dozen small fish in its bill at one time. Also, some moths don't have mouths. Let's see what else we got. A hedgehog has about 6,000 quills. Polar bears sometimes communicate by touching noses, like that. India sent a spacecraft known as Mom to Mars. You can buy Thanksgiving-themed gumballs with flavors such as cranberry, turkey, and pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie sounds kind of good. Cranberry, maybe, but turkey-flavored gumballs is kind of nasty. Alright, scientists have figured out a way to convert sugar into fuel. That might kind of smell good when you're driving by, you know. Some 21,000 years ago, massive icebergs floated off the coast of Florida, United States. Male kangaroos flex their biceps to impress females. Look at this buff man right here. He's been hitting the gym. Look at his face. He knows it. That bird even knows it. That's sitting on his butt. Oh, we're almost to the end, it seems. These are the last facts. Enough candy corn is made every year to give every person on Earth one kernel. Over 1 billion candy canes are made each year. 86% of people eat a chocolate Easter bunny's ears first. I always eat either the ears or the butt first. How you gotta do it. Or the face. And that is it for tonight. Thank you for watching and tune in next time.